is important for you to understand that sprints is governed by about 3 major phases within that short distance of 100 meters or 200 meters. There are 3 major phases involved. Number 1 is what we call the start phase. The second is what we call the middle phase. The last phase is what we call the finishing phase. It is very critical for you to understand that in sprints, none of the phases can be taken for granted. If you pull out from the block later than others pull out from the block, you're likely going to decide the outcome of the game by your late pull out from the block. In essence, in starting well at the starting phase, it is critical that you must start well. Help me touch your neighbor, say start well. So we all wait until the end, and now we want magical things to happen in the end when we did not give attention to how we got started. If you ignored starting well, you may as well just rely on miracle and mercy for you to finish well. You can't waste microseconds at the starting block dilly-dallying whether you should move or not when you hear the sound of the gun that it's time to move. You must make sure that what you built up in the middle, you must sustain it to the end. So there is no room for deceleration towards the end. There is no room for retardation towards the end. There is no room for resting when you have not breasted the tape. Microseconds lost today, and micro minutes lost tomorrow, and micro hours lost next tomorrow, they all add up and they will catch up with us someday. Starting right does not guarantee finishing strong, but finishing strong begins with starting right and early enough. There is something about being an early starter. Start early. Start your kids early in the journey to school. It matters. It counts. Stop waiting for this before you send your kids to school. By the time their hands will get here, their mates are gone. So it's critical for you to understand that life is divided into those 3 key phases that I've mentioned. Therefore, it really matters how you start anything, especially how you start a new year. It really matters how you start a new year. It really matters how you start a project. It really matters how you start a relationship. It really matters how you start a partnership. In the Joshua generation, the priestly order, the prophetic movement, we go ahead of the people. Is there anybody who is ahead here? Is there anybody who wants to be ahead here? Is there anybody who wants to know the mind of God for 2018 before it ever comes? So that when you are joining them to say Happy New Year, for you, you know that from 12 midnight, it's time to hit the ground and get to work. It's not time to figure out what the year shall look like, for it has been revealed unto us. And may somebody say it's time to wake up.